Hello everybody, how's it going? Today we're going to be talking about 22 things that Rec Room needs to add, from better lore to a new quest. Before we get started though, I want to give a special shout out to VR Wave for sponsoring today's video. If you haven't heard, the Quest 3 is out and VR Wave has all sorts of VR accessories including prescription lenses for all headsets. Their Meta Quest 3 lenses are a game changer. They correct nearsightedness, farsightedness, and astigmatism, and they're custom made precisely to your eye prescription. So say goodbye to fitting your glasses into your VR headset and risking those annoying lens scratches. But that's not all. Even if you have perfect vision, VR Wave has you covered. Their blue light filter and anti-glare lenses protect your eyes' health by filtering out harmful blue light, which can cause eye fatigue and disrupt your sleep. Keep those eyes healthy while enjoying your VR experiences. We all know how important our vision is. And the best part, VR Wave ships worldwide, so no matter where you are, you can benefit from their incredible lenses. Ordering is a breeze. Simply visit vr-wave.store and fill out the convenient online form to get your custom lenses. Here's the exciting news. VR Wave is running a special pre-sale promotion for Quest 3 lenses in October, so be sure to grab this fantastic opportunity to upgrade your VR experience. I'll put some more information in the description below. Now let's get started talking about 22 things that Rec Room needs to add. Number 1. More proper lore that people actually understand. When it comes to Rec Room lore, everyone's collectively pretty much agreed that it's become more of a cash grab than a way to explain about the new characters that appear. The last time I saw a recolor of an elsewhere item with the classic S beside it and a token price of 12,000, I definitely did roll my eyes a little. But then, something magical happened that restored my faith in Rec Room. A teaser trailer came out for the new Rec Room original, and in that trailer, I saw Ranger Roy and that dude from Sarsaparilla Springs. I squealed and I felt immediate happiness to my core in seeing those familiar characters featured in a new trailer for something unrelated. We need more of that. Ranger Roy lore, Easter eggs, and Rec Room originals, things people can actually follow along with and get excited about. They're not excited to see expensive items with lore that dead ends after the limited time storefront goes away. If we could build on the existing characters, I think players would feel a lot more connected to the game. Number 2. More activities in the Rec Center. The Rec Center is classic. I mean, it's a great place to hang out and meet mic spammers, aimless level 3s, and watch people's blank expressions as they spawn into this Rec Room original. However, what is there to actually do in the Rec Center? Precious little. You can throw a basketball through a hoop, watch some rotating photos on the community board and dartboard. As a congregation area, I feel like it's kind of lacking though. We could really use more featured community map boards, maybe some hopscotch, a parkour that goes up to the ceiling. Heck, make a door that goes to outside. You can't even go touch grass in the Rec Center, and you know everyone wants to. These are just some ideas on how I think it could be improved. Number 3. Dorm pets. Still waiting on those dorm pets. I've said it before. You could log in, feed your pet, give you a reason to keep playing Rec Room. You could gain XP from being a good pet owner. Maybe the pets could level up, grinding to try and get your goldfish to level 50. And oh my god, I just thought of this. When it gets to level 50, it unlocks a new aquarium or something. Rec Room, please hire me. I'm a genius. JK, I'm too busy with my RecTuber stuff. But if I ever get cancelled, please hire me. Back on topic. Okay, honestly, dorm pets. Who's with me on that one? Number 4. Let us turn off trees on PCVR in dorms. I've been to many custom dorms in my time, and those people on Quest 2, they build their dorms without seeing an abundance of leaves. I join, and I see leaves blocking everything and miss half of their creativity because of it. Why is it that some things can't be deleted in dorms? Looking at you, Bob the dorm dummy. I think Rec Room needs to add a toggle to make those trees invisible, or just add the ability for us to completely customize our dorm. Besides, if there's something you can't erase from a dorm, I can see that being the mirror or the bed, but the dummy? Really? Of all things? Come on now. Number 5. Bigger dorm spaces. Speaking of dorms, and I know people have found workarounds to this one, but why can't we have a bigger dorm space? It's so confined, and I think if you want to customize your dorm, you should have 2 options, standard and luxury. Of course, the luxury one could be tethered to a Rec Room Plus subscription, thus increasing the allure of buying one. Still, luxury dorms could have more customization options and a bigger space with an outdoor courtyard or something. I just think the current dorms are more outdated than the Rec Center, and they're well overdue for some kind of makeover. Number 6. More XP levels. I've said this one quite a few times before, but when people hit level 50, they don't have much more to grind for in the game. So many people are at level 50 and have been for years. Adding more levels would only benefit people in the long run. I don't think there's any downside, except maybe salty people who thought they were about to get a level 50 box, and now they have to wait till level 99. However, I think you should get a 5-star item at level 50 and at 99. I'm also just saying level 99 for simplicity's sake, as I'm sure in the video game world, adding an extra digit might be a lot more difficult for game design. Then again, I lived through Y2K and saw the panic that one extra number can cause. Number 7. Better servers. I feel like I know nothing about the server issues, but I've been told enough times by friends that other games don't have the same lag issues that Rec Room does. Since I barely play any other games, let alone online social games, I can't really comment. However, from my experience, yes, it's laggy, especially when I join a full 40-person lobby and everyone is clamoring for my attention. Between screams of "Tarapeutic, Tarapeutic," the only other thing I constantly hear is people screaming that the room is lagging and that they have 3 frames per second. Surely Rec Room can get some new and improved servers at some point so that everyone, even those poor souls on McDonald's Wi-Fi, can not just survive, but thrive in a full lobby. I don't think that's asking for too much. Number 8. More social media posts from Rec Room. Now this isn't entirely Rec Room game related, but I remember when I started playing in early 2021 and the Rec Room YouTube channel was super active. They announced featured maps of the week, they had Emily Waffles and Harry and Pow making all kinds of videos. They also had a lot of tutorials and things like that. It was an active channel. I'm pretty sure in that time it went from under 100k to like 300k in under a year. I might just be remembering wrong, but I definitely know that it's mainly tumbleweeds now, and that makes me sad. I see 8 videos there in the past 6 months or so. Surely there's a ton more they can add to the channel to liven it up. Interviews to showcase what builders are working on, behind the scenes footage from events, and whatever happened to those Q&As with Gribbly? Does Gribbly even exist anymore? There's like a whole new generation of Rec Room players. You probably don't even know who that is now. Their channel's been desolate for so long. Rec Room, hire a social media manager to build back the channel. Number 9, making the community board available to everyone. The community board is not available for certain platforms, and I feel like it should be. I can't even remember why it's not on all of them, if it's just a graphics limitation for the Quest 2, but perhaps they could add a simplified version, even if it was just a text list of all the featured maps that week with a button linking to them. I know it would be more work for staff to update 2 lists per week, but I do think it's unfair that some players don't get access to it. Featured maps would also see much more traffic this way. Number 10, a free gift on your birthday. I know everyone probably enters their birthday wrong in Rec Room anyway. Actually, you should be able to change that. I don't think you can. But people getting a free gift from Rec Room on their birthday would increase player morale, I feel. It doesn't even have to be a 5-star. Just a 3-star box or a 4-star box with Happy Birthday from Coach. I think that would make many people smile. Number 11, more holiday celebrations. Once upon a time, we had this Halloween trick-or-treat event. I think it was in 2021. And you could visit select Halloween-themed community maps, complete a challenge, and press a free gifts button for some random consumable. It was so much fun. I feel like the same thing would be easy enough for them to set up more often for Christmas, Easter, or even Rec Room's birthday, where you find gifts in community maps and collect them for a prize. The reason they need to add this is because it's a form of featuring maps and therefore helping creators. We're all guilty of sticking to the same maps and not exploring more, so it's a win for the community too. We get to get out more, make new memories, get a free consumable to share with friends. I'm still nostalgic for that St. Patrick's Day treasure hunt event that never came back. Seriously, Rec Room. Add more holiday events. Number 12, some streamer cam alternative for people on the Quest 2. The people on Quest 2 cannot have a streamer cam. As I've learned, it's just not possible because unlike a PC where you have another way to render the second view, the Quest 2 is standalone, so this feature can't exist. However, think about how many people out there want to be a content creator on the Quest 2. It's a very popular inquiry on YouTube. How can I record a video without streamer cam? My friend Chim, who's starting off as a Rec Room creator, made a video on how to get around not having one, and it's one of his most popular videos to date. Actually, he was using an alt to film his point of view before he got his PC, which I think is really clever. However, can't Rec Room add something to make people's lives easier? Hear me out. Maybe a room that people can go to and hit a button to record and it saves it to the cloud somewhere? Maybe, like the screen share option, you have to apply to get it. Maybe I'm just not very smart and this would be an extremely convoluted thing that there's not really a demand for, but I kind of disagree. I think there's a significant demand for it, even if it's just for people to make their intros in another way than having to stare in a mirror with their head still or track down their one friend on PCVR. More people making quality Rec Room content means more people joining Rec Room as we spread the word about the game. I see it as a win. Before we continue on with the video, if you're enjoying the content, consider using my partner code in Rec Room. It's code TARA. Entering this code in your watch costs you nothing, but it helps me keep making content like this. You can alternatively just smash the support button on my profile in game. Support lasts only 45 days, which is a month and a half, so definitely check back often to make sure you're still supporting. Alright, back to the next point. Number 13, group chats for some, but not all. I think group chats might be the bane of my existence sometimes. Everyone and their dog adds me to group chats, and I've never had a group chat that has a point to it. This is not just RecTuber problems, I've heard this from regular players too. Do you all hate group chats as much as I do? Let me know. But seriously, there's exactly zero qualification to be the instigator of these things. I personally think Rec Room should add a minimum level that you have to be in order to start a group chat. That or a moderation history filter, like if you're a good player, you can talk to multiple people, or if you're a toxic player, you can stay on single DMs with only one person at a time. I have a sneaking suspicion that would eliminate most of the problems right then and there. Number 14, more props for the Maker Pen. I definitely think there's a lot of options when it comes to props in the Maker Pen. However, some are missing. The guns from Showdown, for example. And why can't we spawn quest bosses in? How about a dorm room ladder? And something we're also missing and could use more than a weary traveler in the Sahara Desert could use a glass of water? New text fonts. We have exactly one font, and I hated it the moment I first laid eyes on it, and I still hate it now. Number 15, the ability to upload custom thumbnails for room creators. Lately, I've been seeing all sorts of Roblox-esque and very crisp thumbnails that look more like YouTube thumbnails than anything I've seen before in Rec Room. I'm pretty sure you have to have Rec Room Studio to procure these, but eventually, that will make all the other maps look like hot trash in comparison if normal people can't upload a thumbnail they've made externally. Currently, as of writing this, I have no experience in Rec Room Studio and no idea how to upload a custom thumbnail, but I have many rooms that could use sprucing up, and I do have Photoshop and I could make one. I just have no way to upload it, so I really think this is something that the game should add. Number 16, gifting from Rec Room Original gift shops. I think I said this point in a previous video, but it's still not a feature, so I'm gonna mention it again. I think it's too bad that you can't gift a friend who doesn't have Crescendo some Dracula film, or one of the clothing items from Isle with your extra gold. I get that it takes a different currency, but I think it would be a neat thing to add and give people an extra reason to grind in those quests. On a similar topic, another thing I've mentioned before is why can't they add a feature where Rec Room Plus players can gift non-Rec Room Plus players these items? In any case, they need to remove the ability to wishlist them then. They can't be gifted, so why are we able to put them on a wishlist? Number 17, add proper notifications off settings. Notifications off in Rec Room, as I've come to learn, does not mean that notifications are off. You still get the chirp of a DM arriving. There is no turn off DMs toggle. You would think this would be very important to add because people who build, or people like myself who get 50 direct messages in one weekday morning, sometimes like to turn on a do not disturb mode to work. So I petition for an overhaul of the notification settings. Number 18, the ability to draw custom shirts in a place other than your dorm. I think that the canvas for drawing custom shirts is pretty decent, but could use some improvement. I regret honestly not spending more time with it when it first came out because Rec Room was asking for feedback and I had none. Mind you, I'm not an artist, so I just reckoned, what do I know? But now I see that spawning in the clothing customizer as it is with markers all at the bottom in a very inefficient way is probably something that needs changing. In addition, being able to draw shirts in a community map or somewhere other than your dorm would be a great addition. I also wish you could add people to the list of people who are able to draw on your canvas. When I want people to help me draw a shirt, I basically have to lend them my dorm for a few hours and they can't save anything. People with Rec Room Plus should be able to circumvent this feature in my opinion. Number 19, moderation for gift boxes and DMs. Rec Room's moderation is a source of great contention among players. Some people think it's overly strict already. Others, like myself, feel like it has a long way to go yet. Talks mod or automatic voice moderation was only added quite recently in the scheme of things. The reporting and blocking system is fairly decent in my opinion. However, I've seen some horrendous things posted in DMs, group chats specifically, and on gift box messages. Why can't they add an auto filter for these? I don't know how difficult it would be to add, but I really don't see the harm when there's certain words and phrases that really have no place in a game like Rec Room. I know people would probably just find some way around it by getting clever, but at the end of the day, leaving it up to personal responsibility clearly isn't working. Number 20, watch accessories. So we've got cuffs, earrings, fanny packs, all sorts of random things in Rec Room, so why not watch bands? I don't get it. I feel like this is a major oversight. Watch band colors are an indicator of if you're in a group partied up, I think, so maybe this is why. However, now that they have the party flag symbol above names, I do think it's a bit superfluous to keep the watch band colors looking drab. Number 21, custom clothing besides shirts. I have no clue if someone somewhere is already working on this, but custom shirts seem to be going well, so why can't Rec Room add custom hats and hoodies at the very least? I personally would love a custom emu graphic hat. I'm hoping that this is something that can be added to the game in the near future. Number 22, a new quest and Rec Royale 2. If you had to pick one, would you choose that Rec Room adds a new quest or another Rec Royale map? I'd personally pick a Rec Royale map. However, an underwater or western quest or even an Arctic themed quest would be super cool. In the last few years, we've been given a racing game, a shooting game, and now it looks like we're getting a horror game, but still waiting on a new quest. Feels like that meme of that lonely guy waiting and waiting. That's us waiting for Rec Room to add a new quest. If you agree or disagree with any of the points I made today, let me know in the comments and be sure to check out more things that Rec Room needs to add in this video here next. We'll see you next time.